I welcome all of you to this mastermind on 6 boundaries for a peaceful life. Whatever platform you people are watching this video on, I welcome all of you and I would like you to be here for the next 20 minutes of this tutorial along with a pen and paper because this is not a regular video which you will just binge watch and get away. It is a workshop where you will actually be going through all of these areas of boundaries which will create more peace in your life. This session has been designed and crafted after getting numerous inquiries on how to protect sanity, time, and energy because people do not know how to use their boundaries in an effective way. So I can assure you that this is going to be a very good investment of time for the coming future of yours, and you can create a more peaceful, beautiful life for yourself. I welcome each and everyone to this webinar. I am Priyanka Mishra, founder of Braino Script and your trusted partner for self growth. And today we are going to dive deep inside of what boundaries are, why is it important, how to set boundaries, and all of it. First things first, when it comes to boundaries, you all say that I am poor in maintaining boundaries or creating boundaries because we've been evolved, like the very neuroscientific level reason for not maintaining and upgrading boundaries is that when we were in our stone age at that time, the only way to survive was to be with tribe. The person who was not with the tribe was the person who was left alone. And if you were left alone in a stone age, the chances that you will survive to the next day, they were very, very bleak. Now, the issue was that humans started to adapt to this, and they started to believe that fitting in with people means more chances of survival. And that is why with evolution we are we developed to become people pleaser. And this is the reason why a lot of us, we are unable to confront our feelings, we are unable to say that this is wrong, I will not like this, we are unable to strictly say that you're intruding my personal space and I do not appreciate that. Today, I'm going to help you find and understand that what are these six major areas of your life where you have to define your boundaries. And at the same time, we will also look keenly into how and what to do to make all of these boundaries. So please be ready with paper and pen. Stay in a distraction free zone because there is a lot of insight inside of this power packed 20-minute session. Without wasting any further time, let's get inside of this. The first step to create effective boundaries for yourself is physical boundaries. Physical boundaries, as the word itself suggests, that it deals with things which are at a physical level. The people who are around you, who can enter your personal space, what and how much of physical interaction is okay. Can someone touch you? Can someone come and just do a handshake? Will you allow someone to hug you? What is okay for you? And this personal interaction, this physical interaction is completely different for different people. Obviously, for some people, hugging them comes so natural, but we cannot let anyone intrude our personal space, right? So we should be knowing that how much of it is okay for me and what will I do if my personal space gets intruded. This is something which comes up into picture when usually when a new joinee enters into office space. Some people who are genuinely good, that is a different scenario, but there are always going to be some people with not so good intentions. So how will you stop these people to touch you in a wrong way, to treat you in a wrong way? How will you communicate and how much of it is okay? So these are the things which need an attention from you. If you are someone who feels this discomfort that there is some person who gets into your personal space and you are bothered about it, it makes you feel uncomfortable. In your diary, please write it down, because once you pinpoint the pain area, that is the only time when we can generate results for it. That is the only way we can find solutions to it. Fine. So if you are someone who is getting disturbed by someone's physical touch, someone intruding your personal space, someone is bothering you, please write it down, and also a solution that how are you going to communicate that what is okay and what is not okay for you. Will you go ahead and speak about it verbally? Are you going to show it with your reaction? Are you going to take an action against that if that is something very severe? Would you like to ask for help if that is something that you cannot handle alone? All of these four options are open. The problem is that we do not know that we have choices. We are so much engrossed into just saying that it is happening to me that we are unable, we are blinded to find a way out of it. This is the first aspect. The next one is the physical body, taking care of your physical body. So there are these four pillars of maintaining a good physical body, that is, eat well, drink enough water, rest enough number of hours, and exercise. This has been a constant issue with a lot of my mentees who complain that, Priyanka, whenever I want to maintain a diet, one of my best friends or my relative, they will offer me a tea or a coffee and they'll say that, um, leave it for today. You can continue your diet from tomorrow. You're already so slim. Where do you want to go? You are mother of two or father of two. Do you want to go for modeling or something that you're so much strict with your diet? Why are you sleeping in at 10 p.m.? The night has just begun. Why are you not watching something? Why are you not consuming alcohol? Why are you not smoking? Today, I want you people to ask yourself this question. See, uh, what is the ultimate goal? If eating unhealthy or eating unconsciously and living the life as it comes is your goal, go ahead and do whatever you wish to. But if you consciously want to create a designed life for yourself, if you consciously want to create a dream life for yourself, you would have to pay a price for it. Obviously, you cannot be sitting on your couch and waiting for that perfect body shape, stamina, energy level, and health and wellness for yourself. You would have to do something towards it. Always remember there are no free lunches. Okay. So what you will do is you would have to create a healthy boundary. Like, you can go ahead and say, I appreciate your concern and I appreciate that you want to have a tea with me, but I have stopped taking tea in the evenings, or I am cutting down on sugars, or I am not giving in. Be so strict with your um, diet, with your routine, with your sleep hours, with your exercises. Once you start respecting your physical boundaries, people will start respecting your boundaries too. Once you get addicted to physical wellness, it will start showing up in your body, and you know what, after a couple of weeks you will start inspiring these people. You can inspire your loved ones only and only with demonstration. Once they see you walking further in that path, that is the only way they will stop judging you, they will stop pulling you back, and they will start walking along with you on this inspired and new looking path. So these are the boundaries you set regarding who can touch you, what kind of touch you are comfortable with, hugs and handshakes that I already covered, who can enter your personal space, what you will drink or eat, when you are active, when you will be resting, all of these things. So, how will you set boundaries here? I'm giving you a couple of examples. Please write it down if you want to. Could you please give me some personal space? I feel you're very close to me. I don't hug people. Can I shake your hand instead? Please ask before borrowing or using any of my personal belongings. I would appreciate that. I need time alone to recharge. I let you know when I'm ready to socialize again. I prefer not to be touched on my arm or on my shoulders. So when we communicate assertively, we think that if we do that, people will get offended. You know what? If they are the genuine people who need a space in your life, they will not get offended. Instead, they will appreciate that you are clear and you clearly mentioned that what is right and what is not. The second step is to set emotional boundaries. Now, what are these emotional boundaries? Emotional boundaries will describe that who can enter your emotional space. The people who are very close to your heart. Who are these people? How are they going to enter you? How, okay, to get a clarity on this, that who all have access to your emotional space, please make a list of people. If they say something to you, you actually get shaken from within. So, for an example, if I get down on the street today, some stranger will just say that, oh, I don't like you, Priyanka, and move away. Do you think I'll even think for a second about that person? Not at all. Why? Because this person is not into my emotional space, and whatever he thinks about me doesn't bother me. But at the same time, if my brother says that, Priyanka, I don't like you, it is going to trouble me. It is going to raise a lot of questions in my brain, that why did he say that? What did I do? I would like to clarify. I would, uh, I might get defensive. I might get into this zone that I would like to share that what all I did for him in the past so many years. Whatever way, but I'm going to react in such a way that will clearly indicate that I was shaken from within. I am uncomfortable when you said this. So I want you people to take a moment and make a list of people. If they say something to you or if they stop talking to you, it is going to bother you. These people, this list should be of handful people. If every Tom, Dick, and Harry is coming, telling you something about yourself, you're believing them, and because of which you're wasting your time, your energy, I am telling you, you are creating a self destructive path. Fine. So, first of all, find out who all are already there in your emotional space and scrutinize people. Seriously, scrutinize people there. You need not to give your emotions, you need not to give your heart away to every single person with attachment. Okay, go ahead and love everyone. That is different. But if you are emotionally attached to someone, if you are holding that attachment, that if this person gets hurt, I get hurt. If this person is angry, I become sad. If this person is sad, I become sad. This is going to create an emotional drama inside of your head. You have to decide who can enter your emotional space. Next one, how much will share? You should decide that how much are you going to share with other people? How much of your personal life should be available for other people? Which part of you are you okay to show authentically and vulnerably in front of other people? And again, these people, they also come in categories. The more you start creating categories of people who get your time and attention, the easier your life will start getting. When will you disconnect? This is so much important. It is very much important that if a relationship is becoming an energy taker, if that relationship is converting into continuous emotional exhaustion, you know what? It is the right time to either sit, communicate, and take out away, or to disconnect. Very much important. We cannot control the other person, we cannot control the circumstances, but what we can control is our own reaction. And you know what? If we know when to disconnect and when to keep quiet, trust me, a lot of drama, it disappears, and your clarity towards your goal, towards your purpose, towards your path increases multifold. How you want to be treated, very very much important. If you keep on getting, if you keep on showing that I'm okay with the treatment that you're giving me, if you keep on becoming more and more submissive, this is a human trait, that the more submissive you become, the more powerful I get on you. The more powerful I get on you, the more I would want you to live your life according to me. which is not the right thing to do. You should take that power back. You should know that how you should be treated. And first of all, you would have to treat yourself the way you want to be treated. You have to treat yourself with that utmost respect. Okay, so emotional boundaries are the boundaries that you set regarding what you're comfortable sharing emotionally with others, like when to share and when to take time for yourself. Deciding your capacity for listening and supporting others also. This should also limit. If you feel that you can help people, it does not mean that you will open gates for everyone. One human being cannot single handedly um, solve problems of millions of people. If you even be able to do that, you will be emotionally exhausted. So you should know when to stop. So let me give you some examples of these boundaries. I appreciate your concern, but I prefer to handle this situation on my own. I'm sorry you're having a hard time, but I'm not in a place to listen to this right now. I can share my feelings with you only when they are received with respect. I can't talk about the right now. I can't talk about that right now. It's not the right time. I don't feel comfortable with excessive display of affection in public. So, whatever it is for you, speak it out. Because if you'll not be able to show it up, if you're not able to communicate properly, you cannot blame the other person for not respecting your boundaries because you have created none. The quality of takers is that they do not know what is the upper limit. They keep on taking from you. Please be aware that how much of you is available for them. The next step is to set time boundaries. Now, what are these time boundaries? With the title itself, you might have understood that how much time you should be putting into different things, where to invest time, your personal life, your professional life, what projects are you selecting, what people are you spending time with, what places are you spending your time at. All of these things you have to reassess and reanalyze. Do more of what add value to your life. Do more of what add happiness to your life. Do more of what adds um, life in your life, the charm in your life. Sit down and walk through your entire day. What are the times when you spend when you smile the most, when you feel good the most, and what are you doing during those times? Who are the people around you? What type of projects you are taking up? Try to copy paste. Find out who these people are. Try to around with them a little more. Find out what these places are. Go and visit those places quite often. Find out what type of these projects are. Go ahead and take up more such projects. How to divide time? You should be able to know that 24 hours we all are born with, right? You, me, everyone, we get 24 hours every single day. Where to put this time into? How much should we give to personal health? How much into the relationships? How much into the skill build up? What all things you have to do? Divide your time properly. How to save time? Can you batch two, three things together? Can you buckle it up? Can you delegate some work to other people? Can you automate certain things that you have? What all things can you do to save up your time? Very much important. When to disconnect? Same like the previous one. If you're investing time into people or project, you should know that how much time investment is okay and when should I disconnect. I've seen a lot of people working on one idea for a major part of their life finding no results just because they were so much obsessed with that idea that they were blinded by this faith that someday this will come true. Rather than experimenting, rather than researching, rather than talking to people who have already done that, these people, they are blinded with an assumption that I have created this and it will yield results. So, I would like you to know that if you are working on some endless project like this, please go ahead and ask for help. There is no shame in going ahead and asking for help. If you are someone who is continuously finding yourself into a rut, find out some different option to come out of it. Disconnect. Same goes with people. How much time investment is okay? There are a lot of people, there are a lot of mentees who come to me, who write to me that Priyanka, Someday they will value our love. Someday they will reciprocate. See, I'm not saying that not to be patient with someone, but you should know how much is enough for you. What is your tipping point? Learn the lesson fast. Okay? So you should know when to disconnect. These are now time boundaries. Let me explain it to you again. These are the boundaries you set for yourself regarding how you spend your time, how you prioritize your time, and what your time is worth. Some examples are: I need to prioritize my self-care right now. So I won't be available for the next few days. I have prior commitments, so I won't be able to attend that meeting. I can come, but I can only stay for an hour. I would love to join, but I have prior commitments. Can we find a time that works for both of us? I can schedule a call with you tomorrow. Does that work for you? So make these time boundaries with your loved ones. They will also respect it. Step number 4 is intellectual boundaries. These are boundaries you set that relate to your thoughts and ideas. Things like how you respond to someone not respecting your ideas, how you communicate with others when you discuss something versus when you know if it's not a good time. You need to find out when to share your thoughts and ideas, when to intellectually involve, whom to have discussion with, how to deal with personal attacks. There are a lot of times when you are explaining some rocket science level thing to a person having a fifth grade mindset, right? So if that wavelength disconnect is there, doesn't matter how true you are, how good you are, how much factful, thoughtful, logical you are, you're unable to explain it to the other person because that person does not come with the same wavelength. You should know that you should not be discussing everything with everyone. Different people understand things in different way. You would have to project it in that way only. How to deal with personal attacks, this is something which intellectually um, comes into picture very often. You say some idea, people make fun of it. Your near dear ones, the people whom you trust the most, they make fun of your ideas. They make fun of your dream because you know this future that you are working on, this dream that you are working on, no one can see that. It is just in your head. So rather than taking that personally and trying to defend yourself, make sure that you have a plan, like how are you going to ask for respect. Let me give you some examples. I'm looking forward to discussing this topic at a different time. I can respect that we have different opinions on this. I'm open to discussing this topic, but let's keep the conversation respectful and avoid personal attacks. I appreciate your concern and input, but I've made my decision. Your views are great, but I'd rather make this decision alone. So, all of these things, you are respecting the other person, you're not being mean, you're not being rude, but at the same time, you're telling these other people that this is my life and I would like to experiment with it. I am okay if I fall, I am okay if I fail. I genuinely take your feedback or your suggestion, but I want to take this as a decision for this time, and it is okay. The step number 5 is family boundaries. This is something where people usually do not have a boundary at all, and we feel that we are so great that we are always available 24/7 for the family. We eat, sleep, drink, go to work for everything for family. But you know what? If your cup is empty, you will never be able to pour water into other people. If you do not take care of yourself, your time, your energy, your happiness, you are never going to be able to add happiness into other people's life. If you want to add a sparkle to other person's life, you would have to have a bundle of sparkles in yourself first. Okay, so charity begins at home. It is not unnecessarily said. Please make sure that you have set up some family boundaries. A family boundary is a limit set in a family to promote healthy interaction, define roles and responsibilities, protect protect well-being of everyone in the family. It addresses aspects like personal space, communication, privacy, decision making, emotional support, and respect. So, to promote healthy discussion, to define roles and responsibilities, how much to invest physically, emotionally, and financially into our loved ones, defining what is our personal space. The bottom line is you should know how much is enough, how much is okay, how much you can take care of. Because if once you trigger your overwhelm, you are going to hurt yourself, you're going to self sabotage. Rather than getting into that negative rut of things, it is always good that you define your boundaries beforehand. You should know that, okay, fine, one of my cousin needs like some money. How much money can I lend him without thinking that what is expect when it will come back? If it did not come back, would I still help? How will I do that? How will I manage that? How will I process that? All of these questions. If someone is in the same city and is hospitalized, you have your own family at home, you have your office work, you have your children, your spouse. How much time is it okay for you to go to the hospital? How much can you do? I'm not saying don't help. I'm not saying don't be there for your family. I'm saying that be there, but do not let it hurt yourself. Because once you start getting into this mindset that I only take care of people, it is just me who always stand for my family, no one else is doing. See, take this straight in your head. This world will never stop without anyone. You be there on this planet, you do not be there on this planet, the world moves on. So nothing is happening just because of you. Stop creating that story in your head, that narrative in your head that whatever is happening in my family, it is just because of me. Even if you take yourself out of the picture, your family will survive. A newborn baby also survives even if the parents are not there, right? So the person who has to survive, who is destined to survive, will survive with you, without you, doesn't matter. So rather than thinking that this whole universe is centered on you and it is just working because you are here, you're mistaken, my friend, and that is why you're taking all of that load on your shoulders. So right now I really want you to ease your eyebrows, to unclench your jaws, put that tongue down, do not touch it to the roof of your mouth. Deep breath, right? Nothing is going to be wrong. You should first define how much is okay for you, how much you can tolerate, how much you can provide. Because if you keep on exceeding that, if you keep on doing that again and again, again and again, ultimately you will hurt yourself. And once you start hurting yourself, you will spill these hurtful feelings on your near dear ones only. You'll be irritable, you'll be angry, you'll be uh, you know not good to the people who actually love you and who actually need your time, attention, efforts. The next one is work boundaries. A lot of people, they forget that there has to be some boundary too. People take this badge as, being busy as a badge of honor. They think that if I'm working 24/7, they actually they are not working. If you're working 24/7, you're not working 24/7, you should know that. But they keep on telling themselves this narrative that I'm a workaholic, and they take this workaholism as a validation of being a good person. But you know what, work is a part of your life, it is not your entire life. A lot of people, they depend on you, a lot of things depend on you, a lot of colors you have to fill in this universe. It is not just work, 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 death. Right? So you have a lot of things to be done. You need to have healthy work boundaries. Again, I'm not saying do not give your work your 100%. Definitely go ahead and give that extra mile, but not at the expense of your loved ones. You have to define what your work timings are. You have to communicate that how much of it is okay for me. Create a healthy balance between different projects that you handle. Create a healthy balance between different teams that you manage. Create a healthy balance between different roles that you play. Define self and others' expectations. Do not overcommit and underdeliver. Always make sure that you're talking sane rather than saying that, chand tare tod ke la dunga. Rather than doing that, go ahead and do the realistic work. Bring in value on the table. How to communicate personal space. You should know that how you are going to communicate the personal space. How are you going to say it out in a subtle way that is not disrespectful to your teammates, to your seniors, to your subordinates, whoever, that this is it from my side for today, and I would like to go ahead and take care of my family. I have to take care of my health. I have to take care of my aging parents. You need to know how to create these boundaries and separate your work and personal lives. I'm going to give you a couple of examples here. I want to do my best work and I won't be able to do that right now. I need some time off. I am overextended. I won't be able to work on this project anymore. I would be happy to help, but I need a day or two to prepare. I'm so grateful for your advice, but I'm going to try something else. This is not my area of expertise, but how do you want me to help you? Let me work on it, find it out, and get back to you. So, when you speak assertively and respectfully, all of these six areas, you are going to find out things that you are crossing boundaries at. I've given you enough prompts now. I want you people to download the worksheet that I have shared in the group. And for the people who will be watching this on YouTube, we will put the link of that worksheet here in along with the video. And I want you to take that out and write down these new boundaries that you will create for yourself. In all of these six areas, find out what is the pain causing thing and create an assertive, positive, and respectful way of communicating that what do you expect from people. Because unless and until you communicate, unless and until you say it out, people are not God. Let us stop assuming. Let us stop assuming that they should understand, right? What is wrong if I go ahead and tell them? Okay, so let us cut the drama and go ahead and do the right work. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying here with me till now. I hope that you got value from this session. Please go ahead and follow us on all the different social media platforms. We are available with the handle at the rate BrainoScript. We do amazing work, and we would appreciate that if you people are there to cheer us up and help us.